Let's watch this thing about Jeb Bush's chief strategist. What is it? Donald
Watch
Trump
this
is
stiff
acting
Jeb
like a
Bush. He's a
schoolyard
total
bully.
stiff. Jeb Bush. Here's a guy, honestly, if you weren't in government, if he weren't in government, you wouldn't hire him.
And Jeb, a total stiff. So now, a couple episodes back on the show, we played, it was a political ad that Jeb Bush's campaign put out of Jeb Bush calling Donald Trump a jerk. And we made fun of Jeb Bush because he's a complete pansy, and he has no authority. And especially in the debates when he and Trump would confront each other, Trump just completely destroyed him. I felt bad for him because you have this guy just getting made fun of to his face and there's nothing he can do about it. So now he's going to send his campaign manager to actually do something about it. Because Jeb can't fight his own battles anymore, apparently.
To do anything, okay? You wouldn't hire him. If you had a company, you wouldn't even hire him. He's on every show. Donald Trump said this, Donald Trump said that. And then he said, see, I'm the only one taking on Donald Trump. I'm not afraid of Donald Trump. He's like a child.
Donald Trump attacking Jeb Bush again.
Yeah, well, he always attacks Jeb. And really, Trump calling anyone else a child is barely an insult. Let's be real.
At a campaign event in New Hampshire, Trump even mocking Bush for, quote, campaigning with his mommy, former First Lady Barbara Bush. Jeb Bush's chief strategist, David Ketchel, is with me now. David.
Is it really so bad for someone to campaign with their mother when you campaign with your daughter who you've pretty much fessed up to wanting to bang? That's all I'm saying. Just throwing it out there.
Thank you for the time. What is going on? I mean, listen, Donald Trump is hitting at everybody, but a lot of this vitriol goes towards Jeb Bush. Is he worried about Jeb Bush?
I mean, yeah, that's part of it. He knows that we have the record and the resources in the organization to go the distance in the nominations.
Okay, no, Trump is not making fun of Jeb because he's worried about Jeb. Jeb is doing terrible in the polls. Jeb should have dropped out months ago, and this guy's trying to salvage that, of course, because he works for Jeb. By saying, oh, we have a record. You don't have a record. The name is completely down the toilet. It's not going to happen. Jeb isn't, I'm pretty sure he's the lowest polling person who's still in the race at this point. Because everyone below him had the smarts to just bow out when they were like, okay, this is over. Jeb is never going to gain traction. Trump makes fun of Jeb because Jeb is a nervous wreck and an easy target. And he knows that he's going to get this kind of response when he does it.
So he's been focusing a lot of attention on us. I think it's pretty unwise to go after Governor Bush's mom, Barbara Bush, who's one of the most beloved women in the country. So
no one cares about her anymore.
That by itself is a terrible idea. But you can see what this has evolved to. He's acting like a schoolyard bully, and I don't think it's going to sell
for
over
the moment.
Oh, Trump is a schoolyard bully. Oh, boo-hoo us. We're getting made fun of. Teacher, come help. This kind of language is very indicative of the kind of dominant, submissive relationship between these two campaigns. Why would Trump's campaign be afraid of Jeb? Jeb's not even close. If he's going to be afraid of anyone, it might be Cruz, not Jeb. Jeb is his punching bag. Don't think that because Trump is acknowledging Jeb Bush that somehow validates your campaign. All it's doing is he's just using Jeb as a punching bag. And is that mean or unethical? Sure. But it doesn't lend you any credence. In fact, it just makes you look worse because it lets us know that, wow, do we really want this guy to be president who just gets pushed around all the time? I don't think the average voter is going to go for that.
It's playing well. Love him or hate him, it is playing well with his supporters, at least. I want to point out as well that Donald Trump is not the only one hitting Jeb Bush. Governor Kasich saying that he's disappointed in Jeb Bush's campaign. Here's the comment.
I'm really disappointed in...
Well, all the candidates attack each other. In fact, I saw a clip recently of Jeb attacking Marco Rubio. So don't act like Jeb is some knight in shining armor who hasn't gotten his hands dirty here.
In Jeb, it's, look, I mean, he's taken the very low road to the highest office of the land.
You're not going to win either.
It's been negative all along, but that, it's okay. You know, as Arnold Schwarzenegger told me when I was running for governor the first time, love the beatings.
So, David, what does
Governor Schwarzenegger told him that from California. Oh my God.
Jeb Bush have to do to cast off what so far has not been a successful campaign and really turn the page?
Well, we're going to turn in a lot better performance tonight than last week in Iowa. And I think, as you saw over the weekend, our crowd.
Jeb's a big boy. His mommy says so.
I like that you're keeping track of that. Oh yeah, I've talked about Jeb a lot of the times I've had Hagbard on the show because Hagbard had to live in a state with Jeb Bush as governor, which sounds like complete and utter torture.
Sounds like Florida.
Ugh. Jeb Bush sucks. Jeb Bush, I would vote for anyone in the Republican field over Jeb Bush. I don't want to look up at the White House steps and say, there's my president, Jeb.